I thought when I grew up I'll become a VTuber or at least a PNG cat. Ended up just being a weirdo. Buckle up, the YouTube king has spoken. I'm Kari, I think I can paint? Let's watch and provide some very meaningful commentary. I drew every day for 365 days. It was painful. Well, of course it was. I don't know how you can be mentally stable after that.
What's the progress? Was it worth it? So this all started as a random idea. I wanted to make a progression video and I picked art because I thought it was easy to track. Like, I'll draw for 30 days, I can show the first day and then I can compare it to the last day. So I kept going and I did a 100-day one and people enjoyed it even more. There was no way I was gonna stop. I had to do at least a year. And here we are.
I admire the dedication. Being that consistent is very hard. I can't be consistent even for 3 days.
Being here, I have so many emotions. I am happy.
Yeah, probably not that stable anymore.
Day 1. A self-portrait? Man, this is nice to watch. Like, okay, some are not terrible. This gives me confidence.
I like that he has a positive attitude towards his early drawings, because I see a lot of artists despise their old stuff for being cringe. Be kinder to past you. These cringy drawings are none less important for your journey than your better pieces.
Here's when I started to look up tutorials and stuff online. The chin is very big. I probably would have made it something more like, damn, I drew so hard, I can't erase. Simple change and it's already so much better.
Fixing old pieces is a good way to see how much you have progressed and to give yourself a bit more confidence boost. Every artist needs that from time to time.
I realize, and maybe other people have said this too, but drawing is more about training your brain to see rather than actually technical with your head. So this is my progress after 82 days, 84. And I really think here's where I peaked in terms of if you wanted to just improve as much as possible in the shortest time. But yeah, this is the last thing I drew for my 100-day video, and yeah, it's cute. I did it.
I would disagree with Pewdiepie there. 100-day one is a lot better executed. Just flip the canvas. But I understand him. Sometimes you get emotionally attached to that particular drawing, even though it's not the greatest one.
Let's check the progress from there on. That's wrong. First of all, don't do what I did. I just kept drawing the same things. Anime girl. Too much anime. Just bad. Just bad. I was trying to be technical and like give myself notes so I can improve. I wanted to be more consistent. I think that's why I kept doing this. But if I had to redo it, absolutely not. This is where I should have moved on to something else. I should have just drawn anything else.
On one hand, I think it's good that Pewdiepie kept the process fun by drawing what he likes. Damn, that's a lot of anime girls. When you start, it can be quite difficult to maintain the motivation to continue because, well, at the beginning, most of us suck and it hurts. And drawing things you like can help to ease that pain. Starting the journey straight from boxes and perspective is boring and not fun. On the other hand, yeah, if you really look into improving, you have to draw different stuff. Boxes and perspective included, unfortunately.
I really wanted to draw more color, but it takes so much time to do that, and I really felt like
Yeah, coloring is scary.
Yeah, just sketching random stuff I find online.
The biggest mistake Pewdiepie made was copying pictures and doing nothing else. Because his sketchbook at this stage consists of only copied work, as I see. Copying helps to get better, and I would recommend doing it in order to improve skills more quickly, but there should be a balance, or at some point you'll realize you can copy a picture well enough, but you completely lack the understanding of the subject you've drawn.
Finally, I move on, and I draw boys. This is the boys arc.
Haha, anime boys, let's go!
I think, this is a good time for me to address a couple things from my last video, and one of them is just a huge thanks to other YouTubers that reacted to my...
Oh, it's my YouTube art dad! Sam made it!
Another thing was that people said I had an art background, not drawn since I was a kid. But I loved doing Photoshop. Before YouTube, I loved photoshopping images.
It definitely helped because even though it's not an anime girl, while creating a piece like that, you still have to think about composition and colors. You still use the same skill set even though differently.
But an insecurity of mine was brewing. Like if I wanted to draw anime style. Sorry, it's hard to see here. You start with a circle, you draw a middle line, you draw where the eyes are going to be, the chin is going to be. This method is so helpful because when you draw, it's all about balance. Like if I drew directly, anything is like out of proportion, the whole thing just kind of looks weird.
Good way to test how good you know the placement of different face features. It's quite hard because human face is extremely easy to f up.
So I bought this pen.
Oh, ink face.
And if you squeeze it, ink comes out, or really thick lines, really quickly. And I told myself I was going to force myself to use this pen, even though it looks like shit. You have to get out of your comfort zone.
Trying different materials? Approve.
What I should have been doing is draw other things as well. I did find it amazing, like, how I could all of a sudden, even though I never practiced drawing a cloud, I could draw a cloud better than I ever could.
Because the skill you gain while working on one thing goes into your art, knowledge, brain soup that you can use in different ways.
Finally, after, I don't know, 300 days of drawing, I picked up an art book. I think if you were to be a professional artist, you probably want to pick like a human anatomy book and really study it. But for me, it's just supposed to be fun. And I think if I'm having fun, I will remain consistent. So I picked up books about perspective because I want to learn and I want to understand this. And I think finally that clicked in me. It went from me just wanting to sketch whatever to, no, I actually want to understand these things so I can draw them better. Again, this felt like taking so many steps back because I had no clue how to draw a body. Zero. I had not practiced it at all.
Damn, I don't have any art books. Yeah, it really is frustrating when you finally start to feel comfortable doing one thing and want to do something else and fail. I saw some beginners, even in real life, straight up refusing to learn to draw anything else because they do not want to be uncomfortable again. Art is painful, you have to suffer to progress.
It feels embarrassing to admit this, but like, everyone was so amazed by my 101 that I felt like, okay, well, my year one has to be really good, right? Like, but progress isn't a straight line. Like, I think I was being too hard on myself where I was getting close to a year and I'm like, I don't have anything to show for it. I drew a full body one.
What? It's amazing! And colors are so good.
And I'm like comparing it to my 80-day one.
Pewdiepie, leave this green girl alone. You have better ones.
80 to 1, it's still better.
I actually like the one on the left more. I think, at least to me, it feels more clear and confident than the right one.
And that's when I bought an iPad.
Okay, now that becomes serious.
I studied the line work. I tried my best to draw the actual hands. This is gonna be so good. And this is the end result. I've looked at it so much, it just pisses me off. Even now, I don't want to. In my head, it was going to be so much more, you know? And then you look at it and you're like, oh, cool. That was it, huh?
Okay, I see he tries to experiment with different lighting scenarios and fails for now, if it's not something light like this piece. When you are a beginner, it's pretty hard to stay focused, I'd say. What helped me is going from grayscale to color with the use of gradient maps and layers with effects. This way you focus on values and only then on colors. At least for me, it's easier to not be lost.
Drew a full body with perspective, and I thought it came out pretty good. I was okay with this one, but I still felt like I could do more.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I told myself I'm gonna give one last effort. I have to really like it to actually sketch it. And this is the last thing I drew. Finished it yesterday, and I think I'm finally happy with it. I think for a year progress, yeah. Am I allowed to be happy?
Allowed.
Maybe you guys disagree, but I feel like I finally beat my 80-day whatever. This is still better.
Pewdiepie, come on!
I wanted this whole thing also to be inspiring. I want other people to have this experience as well.
I am an artist and I find it very inspiring. PewDiePie, respect. You do a great job. Just please, people, do not try to repeat that. Value your sanity. Until next time.